Well, good morning to you once again. Thank you so much for joining us. In case you have just tuned in, especially our YouTube audience and Facebook audience, thank you so much for choosing the live option over NTV Uganda. I am Priscilla Regina Nalwoga, and this morning we're having a TechNote conversation on digital transformation of lottery operations. Of course, digitization is something that has become a normal thing to everyone, and so many companies, and even on national level, they are pushing for a nationwide digitization. As far as the ministry is concerned, there is a digitization roadmap that is in place at the Ministry of ICT. But all in all, a digital lottery may be used to resuscitate the lottery's relevance by offering an environment that appeals to the larger spectrum than was previously the case. The lottery has long been one of the most popular ways to wager money across the globe. And so Uganda National Lottery is planning an official intention to go live starting tomorrow. So there's a countdown on the clock. It's and therefore, for companies like ITHUBA Uganda, this marks a significant milestone for the exciting and rewarding lottery games to the people of Uganda. So we do have the head of marketing, corporate affairs, ITHUBA Uganda, joining me here in Morning at NTV to have this conversation in depth. First of all, to understand what ITHUBA Uganda is, but also the national lottery that is coming through. I know through the Daily Monitor, you have been seeing that advert on the front page and you've been wondering, scratching your head, what is this? Well, we bring you the explanation right here. Her name is Michelle Van Trotsenburg. Good morning to you, Michelle.
Good morning. Thank you very much for hosting us.
It's a pleasure to have you. So, ITHUBA Uganda, what is it? What do you do? What's your mandate for us to Uganda?
Great. So, ITHUBA Uganda is the official operator of the National Lottery, the Uganda National Lottery in Uganda. We received our license through the Minister of Finance, and we will be regulated by the National Lottery Gaming and Regulatory Board. The license is a mandate for us to operate the National Lottery for a 10-year period, so it's a really exciting opportunity for us. In terms of our technology, that is where our focus is, because we've launched a central lottery system. And you mentioned about digitalization. It is something that the whole world is moving to. And in some cases, I've actually found Uganda to be a little bit more advanced than South Africa. Mm-hmm. You know, mobile money, the use of your USSD lines is something that is not actually used as progressively as it is in South Africa. So it's a really great opportunity. ITHUBA is the official operator in South Africa, so our sister companies in South Africa. We have been the operator since 2015, and we've been one of the top operators in Africa, and we're recognized by the World's Lottery Association for our incredible achievements that we've managed to achieve in a very short period of time. So we are very excited to bring this kind of technology, this kind of infrastructure into Uganda.
All right. Now, when you get your copy of the Daily Monitor, you'll see, a small yellow, sort of advert right below some of the pages there, which reads Uganda National Lottery Lotto 1 billion UGX guaranteed jackpot. Tickets sell starting 1st June 2024. The first draw is on 8th June 2024, and the ticket price is at 1,000 shillings. But I know for so many people that is not making sense right now. So, Michelle, turning to you, could you help us make sense of Uganda's national lottery?
Definitely. So as you mentioned, the countdown has begun. So as of tomorrow, you'll be able to purchase tickets. We have got authorized shops that will be selling our national lottery tickets. We will also have our website available, and we will also have a hashtag, a star 278 hash. You follow the prompts. So we've been able to integrate very successfully with multiple companies that have those facilities available. We're onboarding retailers across the country from corner to corner. For us, it's very important to make sure that we have player access. So you asked me the question about the games. So what you're seeing in front of you is one of our games. It's called Lotto. We actually have 5 games that we'll be launching. So our biggest jackpot that we will be launching with is Powerball. Ticket sales do start tomorrow, and we have our first draw, which will happen on Friday the 7th. That jackpot is the 1.5 billion. The Lotto one will be also available. Ticket sales start tomorrow, and as it says there, our first draw will be on the 8th of June. And thereafter, we will have 2 draws per week. So it's very important to understand that the way the games work is if it doesn't get won on our draw nights, it will roll over. So the amount that we've put in place will actually increase because it is dependent on the sales. So we have 1.5 on Friday nights. The next draw would be on Tuesday the 13th for Powerball specifically. And that one could go up to 1.7, 1.8, depending on the sales. It depends on how many people will be participating in the National Lottery in Uganda.
All right, so how can people purchase the tickets and how does the play actually happen for some people who are new to lottery games?
Sure. So as I mentioned, there's several ways to play the games. It would be authorized shops. If you are in an area where there isn't authorized shops, you can pop in, buy your milk and bread and buy a Uganda National Lottery tickets. But we also know, and we are very aware that, you know, everybody wants the convenience of a a USSD line. So we will have that available. So you can play through your mobile money, through Airtel, that is available. And of course, we have our websites where people can also play online. Mm-hmm. So that is the most important, because with our Century Lottery system, we have to make sure that our retail stores and our online propositions all speak together, and it comes into our central lottery system. So we've got a dedicated team, and we've actually deployed cutting-edge technology in Uganda. We've also been able to bring in a system that is currently not being used anywhere in the world. So we're very proud. It's a fantastic opportunity to introduce our first central lottery system. We've been testing it for the last few days, and we have had really good successes. So we are ready to go live tomorrow, and it's going to be a very, very exciting time for us.
I know that technology keeps you on your toes because
Definitely.
you have to correct and rectify in preparation for, you know, the lottery as it kicks off tomorrow. But it begs the question, what is the transformative power and impact of digitalization, especially in games and lottery business for customers?
It's speaking mainly to convenience. You know, if you're in a rural area or you're not close to a place where you can purchase something physically, it gives access to every single participant that would like to play the National Lottery. And that is only through the possibilities of technology. And that's why it's so vitally important. We've been setting the foundation. We've got 2 data centers, so we have redundancies in place. We have to make sure that the central lottery system is running 24/7. So the transformation for us as a lottery, and you'll be able to see it as we go live, every single day we are able to comply with our regulatory requirements. We will have a full audit trail. We'll know exactly if there's a winning ticket. We'll be able to pinpoint exactly where it was purchased, what time it was purchased. We won't unfortunately know the person who purchased it unless you're using an online platform. But also we will be able to know how many people won in a particular draw. And that is the kind of information that we'll be sharing across all of our platforms, because we will make sure that we are operating with trust and integrity. Every single information that we have available, we will be sharing that with the public to make sure that everybody's educated, because it is important to be able to establish that trust. We are here for the long run. We are dedicated, we are motivated, and we want to make this a success. Okay. So that also speaks to, you know, how it's going to transform the economy of this country.
All right, you have made mention of the regulator, that's the National Lotteries and Gaming Regulatory Board. Yes. And so it begs the question, how much support have they offered to digitalization and development of lottery business?
So they've been very instrumental through our entire process. They've been through us from day one, from the time that we signed the license, and we signed the license last year in August, so it was very exciting for us. So they have been supporting us, making sure we have the right direction. As you know, if you go into a new country, there's always going to be a couple of challenges. Mm-hmm. However, with our partners, along with our chairman, we've also been very, very successful in managing to get to the right places. As I said, we've got 2 data centers, one here in Kampala, we have another one in Jinja. So we also have regional offices in 3 different regions. So we're definitely making sure that we are able to integrate all of those different departments. And our regulator has been part of our journey from day one.
Okay, all right. The other question that comes through, because you do have, you know, experience that is closing into 10 years in South Africa and in Tanzania, what have been the contrasts with interacting with the regulator here in Uganda that you feel have presented themselves as challenges, but also present themselves as opportunities for improvement? Sure.
Look, every challenge has an opportunity. You know, with our experience of running a national lottery in South Africa, we also have deployed our best practices and learnings that we've taken and our expertise from South Africa, because we have been there going into our 10th year now. So, you know, Uganda has been has been a really, really great opportunity for us. We've been able to manage to get a central lottery system up and running in a very short period of time. You know, systems that would normally take years and years to actually put the foundation down. We've been able to really, really fast track that as much as possible. And as you mentioned, we will be going into Tanzania soon. We haven't launched as yet. It is on the cards. We'll probably go live only next year. So Uganda is going to be our test ground. But we're very, very confident based on our experience and expertise that we've brought in from South Africa.
All right, let's talk about advantages of lottery and gaming as far as the economic is concerned. How does that benefit the country?
It will benefit the country because National Lottery is one of those brands that comes in and gives choice. It gives opportunity. It's a very, very beautiful brand in terms of it makes winners throughout. So there is an opportunity for personal gain. To win a really big jackpot. As you said there, Lotto, the jackpot is 1 billion. But there's also a significant portion of all ticket sales is given to a fund which is allocated for good causes. And good causes are things like healthcare, sports infrastructure. It's actually earmarked at the moment because we've got AFCON 2027 coming in, into our countries. That money has been already put aside and earmarked to be used for sports infrastructure. So it will definitely benefit the entire country in the totality because you'll have new buildings going up, you'll have tourism coming in. So it will have a significant contribution on personal as well as all of the people in Uganda.
Okay, all right, Michelle, what your closing remarks to Ugandans and, you know, call for action?
Great, thank you so much. So tomorrow, ticket sales go live, 1st of June. All I can say is go dream, play, and win. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Michelle Van Trotsenburg. She is the head marketing for corporate affairs with ITHUBA Uganda. And of course, the clock is ticking, and the first game is Lotto, a 1 billion guaranteed jackpot. We're at the cost of 1,000 shillings. Do play along. That brings us into the end of this conversation. We take a breather. We return with our Kickstarter. Do stay with us.